What's going on, party people? How we doing? How is everyone tonight? As soon as this pops up, we're going to share it. That's all we're doing right now. Wait for people to show up. MailleWerX is live now. There we go. Hey Barb, how you doing? Thanks for liking the stream. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. How you doing tonight? Hey, Weasel1369. Oh, it's Larry. Larry, I think I know your last name. What's going on? Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Oh, come on, fingers. Do what I want you to do. You're not bad. Got in some boyfriend and puppy time, so your battery's recharged. How am I? Hey, Kara, you're waddling in. We'll see if we can get that. Okay. All right, we're just getting set up here. I'm doing all right tonight, Barb. All right. All right. I had a good day. You've been sitting too long. When you get up, you have to waddle till you limber up. Fair enough. Fair enough. I can appreciate that. You know, I can. All right. So, how's everybody's weekend going? I'm doing all right over here. We had my nephew and my mother-in-law stopped by. So they got to entertain the kid for a little bit, which was nice. There we go. Alright, Larry, I've got Twitch up. So if you say something, I should see it fairly quickly, as opposed to waiting for it to come across on here. You're working on still working on a big ass inlay. Didn't you say it was something like 41,000 rings already? Oh. I know. Found a slip of paper on the desk. I wasn't sure what it was. It's, password information. Maybe I shouldn't keep that on the desk. Alright. Where am I at here? What am I doing? What's going on? Alright. I've got my son's tablet plugged into the wall over here, and it keeps doing that, like it's trying to charge. But it does not want to work, which kind of sucks because he's had a tablet for quite some time. He has a new one that he got for Christmas, so I'm not worried about it. But that was the tablet with all the fun videos of him on it, where he's like singing and swearing and doing all kinds. No, 25,575 rings. Jesus, dude, that's a lot of rings. Alright, so Larry's over on Twitch, which if you haven't followed me there, I would greatly appreciate it if you would. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Because we do... The quality on YouTube is a little better, I'm told. I don't know. I haven't actually really watched my videos over there. But... we are on 3 platforms. Let's see what Frank's looking at. Alright, so this is what I got done today. It's not perfect, but it is a lot better than my first 2 attempts at this. Now, this is part of the Chainmail wine bottle holster that we're working on. I mean, just looking at it, I can see a lot of mistakes, but it's a huge improvement. Thanks for the follow, Buffy Mail. I appreciate it. Twitch looks better than Facebook. Good to know. Good to know. So, I'm going to finish this side probably tomorrow, and then that's actually how it's supposed to go. We will, hopefully, if I don't make too many more mistakes, this will be it. I will take this and the Chainmail wine bottle holster and the straps and put all the buttons and rivets and stuff in it. Nice, you love it. Thank you. Thank you. It's coming along. I had this stamp, and I was told that this is not like a beginner stamp, right? Now, I can cut leather and punch holes and put rivets in, but my stamping has definitely needed some work. I've definitely needed to put in some time on the granite block, you know. So I'm happy with this. If I can finish it out, then I will be using this to finish off the belt loops for the wine bottle holster, right? And then I went looking for a bottle of mead for my buddy, because I'm going to send him, you know, can't send him an empty wine bottle holster. Who does that? That'd be weird, right? It's like giving someone a wallet without putting money in it. So I have a confession. I did some finessing today. Right? And I think that I got all the elements in the right place. I think it looks better than when we finished off last night. So I'm pretty happy with how it is right now. And I'm okay with moving forward, right? I still need to fix this up here, right? But the eye elements and the eye patch, right? I think they're okay right now. So we're gonna move forward from there and see where it goes. So I have this $25 gift card that I got for Christmas. I was going to use it to buy the rings to finish off the whale mail piece. Because I only need a couple more bags, right? I should probably post in the trading group and like look for It looks great. Good. I think so too. I think it, you know, finessing out those areas. God, if I say finessing out that area one more time, I'm gonna punch myself in the face. I think that putting the elements where they're supposed to go did the trick. So, thank you. Thank you, Larry. What's up, Josh? How you doing, buddy? The $25 gift card cannot be used online. So I thought, you know what? All right, let's just spend $25 on tonight's Powerball. The clan's all here. Yeah, thanks for, thanks for showing up, everybody. I appreciate it. So I got to the gas station, and they tell me that I would have to drive to Illinois in order to purchase Powerball tickets with a gift card. I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna have to take this gift card and use it for like responsible stuff, like grocery store purchases or something. So I'm not too happy. I appreciate getting a gift card, don't get me wrong, but it's like if you get Christmas money, you want to spend it. Well, I want to spend it on something frivolous, and it's like every time I try to do that, it's, I don't know, maybe the Lord's just blocking my way and telling me to be responsible with my money. Oh, I don't know. But I've never had this much trouble with a gift card. You're warming up. It was bloody cold in the workshop. I believe it. I do. It is, what's the temperature? 28 degrees outside right now. I generally don't like to be outside for long periods of time, in weather that's anything less than 72.5 degrees. I need to do like a global temperature search, right? Where is it 72.5 degrees the most out of the year in the world? And then just move there. It is cold. It was -7? No. 7. It was 7 degrees when I walked outside on Friday morning. And I'm just, I'm not okay with that. I'm really not. So, yeah, I don't do cold well. But you're in California. I'm surprised it gets that cold where you're at. Yeah, that's the point of Christmas money, is just to piss it away on something. I don't know. It's fine. I get paid this week, so hopefully I should have some overtime money to buy those the clear engineered plastic rings. You got a gift card, you can't use it. It's for a beverage you don't drink in a restaurant you don't patronize, and the nearest one is in a town you don't live in, and you're not going to go to a restaurant. That's hilarious. Like, I sympathize with your situation, but that's funny. Tahiti, 72 degrees year round. We're moving to Tahiti. That's perfect. Currently 36 degrees and sitting in the workshop, like sitting in a refrigerator. I'll bet. All right, there's a nose element here that I think starts One row over. All right. Come on. You'd be happy for 38 degrees. You're in Northern California, 50 miles from the border with Oregon. You get snow. Okay, so you have a winter storm warning in effect right now. Ew. Yeah, like, you're not much further south than where I grew up. I grew up in Idaho, and I grew up in a valley. So our snow was like here for a day, gone tomorrow kind of snow, unless we went up to the mountains to go skiing or something. So we have a winter storm coming this week. You're currently at negative 25. Yeah, no, Barb, I'm not coming to visit anytime soon, you know. That's not gonna do it for me. Alright. Get that other side of the nose in there. Negative 25 with a blizzard coming in from the prairies. Yeah, no. Like, we moved here, and after the first winter, I couldn't understand why people lived here at all. Like, what made people settle here? Let's make it June. Yeah, that is way too cold for me. Like, if we didn't have... Okay. I'm a fairly resourceful, intelligent individual, and if we didn't have houses, right, or farmers, or agriculture, livestock, right, cities, I would die. I'm not gonna be exposed to the elements for long periods of time without dying. Yeah, it's too cold for you too. You feel the same way when you moved to Tahoe the first time? At least I don't get lake effect on that side of Lake Michigan. We get very little like lake effect snow. We got some the other day, but it was like 2 inches and then it was gone in the afternoon. So we do get some. We don't get a lot. Don't the black flies come out in June? Up in Canada. Yep. Nothing a little bug spray won't help, you know. Alright. You saw snow in July when you lived in Tahoe? You're about a mile from the lake, so you get plenty of lake effect. I'm sorry, man. That's no bueno. Look, I don't mind snow. If it comes, snows, you get 2 to 3 inches, and then it's gone in a day or two, and the roads are cleared in a couple of hours. You know, I do mind snow that sticks around for months at a time and piles up into 3, 4, 5 foot drifts and generally makes life miserable. So, which I had not experienced until I lived here in Wisconsin. Just coming into this, not sure if I'm more jealous that y'all get snow or ecstatic that the temperature is usually in the 60s to 100s all year long. Nice, Courtney. Yeah, I'd definitely be ecstatic that the temps don't go much below 60. You got snowed on in July while visiting Yellowstone? Oh, you live in Houston? Heck yeah. I used to live in San Antonio. So the only thing we had to worry about were like if the city froze, you know, which it did like once a year. I didn't live there during any of the periods where it was flooding and like homes were going down rivers that had been dried out moments before. So the ground in San Antonio is a lot of clay, and so the water does not get absorbed very quickly. Right, and the year before I moved there and like the year I left, we had massive flooding down there. So I'm sure each area of the world has its drawbacks, but if I can get rid of snow, I'm sure I can figure out something else. So do you go to the Texas Renaissance Festival a lot, or Sherwood Forest Fair, Courtney? I miss those. Fair in general. I'm ready for Bristol to be open this year. I'm gonna go early and then I'm gonna go late. And hopefully I'll hit like some cooler weekends. I remember the first year I went, it was like 1,000% humidity, and me and the family were just miserable the whole time. And my nephew was like in a cloak, toughing it out, right? Sweating bullets, didn't want to admit to anyone that he was uncomfortable. He was quite the trooper. He had a good time. Excuse me. You wish you could. You've only been to the Ren Fair once. It's too expensive. Yeah, no, I agree. No, wrong color ring. It's quite expensive. I think it's worth it. I have a lot of fun. My kid has a lot of fun. So we've got Bristol and then Six Flags like close by, with, you know, they're less than 45-minute drives away, right? Whereas when I was a child, I had to sit in a van with my 5 other siblings, which is 2 sisters, 2 stepsisters, and my little brother. And my dad would drive us all over the country, but we'd go to Lagoon. It's a theme park in Salt Lake, I think. And we'd go on the roller coasters there, and we'd sleep in a KOA camp. And then we'd go and look at rocks. So, which there are a ton of beautiful rocks out in the West, like Arches or Bryce or Zion or Mesa Verde or the Petrified Forest or Yellowstone. I've been to all of them, which don't get me wrong, I feel really fortunate that I got that experience, but I definitely enjoyed the theme park the most. So now I've got a theme park and a Renaissance Festival real close by, so I think we're pretty lucky. You know, my kid is pretty lucky, and he's old enough and big enough now that I should be able to take him to the theme park, and he should be able to ride all the rides, so get a season pass this summer. You're hoping you'll be able to do your fairs this year? I hope so too. I do. I mean, because what's the alternative, right? Every vendor in the world just goes and picks up another skill set and finds another job in some other part of the economy, and fairs and shows and all that goes away. Like, I don't want that. So I hope everything starts opening back up, because it's been like 10 months and nothing they've done has worked, so I'm not expecting anything to change. You might as well just take your chances. You know? It's like you can't keep everyone locked down until all small businesses are closed. Like, it's like, we're not going to open up the economy until everyone's unemployed. Yeah, it's kind of a bad idea. So I hope everything starts opening back up too. I want to go do stuff. And I'm not much, you know, I'm not one who goes out and does stuff a lot, right? But I do enjoy the few times a year I get out of the house intentionally. You know? Usually do about 9-10 do events about 9 to 10 months out of the year. Your big events are the Pyre Festival in Brookings, Oregon, Shasta Ren Fair, Rust and Fire, and Feather and Falls Ren Fair. Sweet. Me being in the healthcare field, do I think the vaccine is worth getting? I mean, I don't do experimental drugs, so no. Here is how you determine whether or not you should get the vaccine, right? What is your age bracket, and what are your comorbidities that could lead to you having a really bad experience with COVID-19, right? That is what you have to figure out for yourself and do pros versus cons. So my company has offered it, and I have either, it's one of those things that no matter what, right, everyone's gonna get eventually. Okay, unless you what's the actor, oh man, Cary Grant, right? He like became a shun. I think it was Cary Grant. He became a shun-in and like wore Kleenex boxes for shoes. What am I doing? That's totally the wrong color ring there. Wow. So, unless you're going to become a total shun-in and take like hand sanitizer showers every time you see someone else, you know, it's like I've got a feeling that we're all just gonna catch this or have already caught it. So if I were in an age bracket where I thought that my risk was high enough to warrant getting a vaccine for it, right, I would go and take an antibodies test to see if I've already had it. Right? If you've already had it, then that just means that you've already had this strain. and you're unlikely to get it again because your body has developed an immunity to it, right? Now, viruses mutate. That is what they do. They will continue to mutate for forever. That is how they survive. So, that is not to say that you won't get a variation of this again. From what I understand, the vaccine is not going to protect against future mutations of this virus. So, I don't really see a point in getting a shot just for the virus to change, right? And then have to get, you know, a new vaccine once it mutates. It's, I mean, like I said, I'm not going to get it. I will either get it or I've already had it. And it is what it is. You're gonna have to figure out how at risk you are. Like, if you get COVID, and are you gonna survive it or not, right? I think most people have survived it fairly well so far. So you got to make that determination. Consult your doctor. Being an RN, I can't tell you what to do or give you medical advice. Definitely consult your doctor. You do a lot of small local events as well as Steampunk Festival, Bigfoot Jamboree, and some of the street fairs. Sweet. You do a lot of work, dude. That's too much work for me. I got this side of the nose coming in here. We can extend that a little bit. Right. So yeah, I would get an antibodies test to see if you've already had it, and that's a good indication of that is a good first step in determining whether or not you should get it yourself. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And that's just my opinion. I am not an expert. Mail is your full-time job. You couldn't do it what I do. What, nursing? Well, I mean, you know, it's pretty... There are areas of it that are difficult, right? Like making sure your patient's not having medication interactions and making sure they're compliant with their treatment and therapies and dealing with their attitudes, right? Mm-hmm. But, you know, for the most part, you're helping sick people, so it's not a difficult until you get like a couple of my patients right now. They are two of my patients are not healing well and having a rough go of it. But, you know, and that's making them kind of cranky and difficult to deal with. But, you know, everyone else they're doing fine, so. How many rings is this? I have no idea. I don't know I'm pretty sure I have enough rings for it, but I may not. I may actually end up having to order more to finish it. I don't think I will. Alright, have a good night, Barb. So, it's a lot. It's more than I thought it would be, I think. Fortunately, I bought a ton of rings when I bought all these rings 10 years ago, so we should be fine. 400,000. Yeah. I hope not. I hope it's not 400,000. That would, it'd be very problematic. Like, that would, at that size, in this ring size, the rings would probably start tearing themselves apart, you know? Under the weight of the other rings around them, so. I'm trying to look at this nose, kind of figure out where I need to put the next black ring. I don't think it's until till down here, the next row, really. Alright. So we got some work done on the app today, added a few more channels, because how it's broken up, right, is there's the notification page, there's my store, right, and then all the videos that I do on here are automatically pulled from YouTube and uploaded to the app. So there's that section. Then there's, I think I have an inspiration gallery in there, which I need to add some stuff to. And there will be a social wall where people can comment and post pictures and stuff. Kind of similar to other social media platforms. And you'll be able to comment on stuff and whatnot. And then you have the Everything Chainmail folder, which is where the groups and forums are, and the tutorials, and I've got Aussie Mails tutorials. Like, anytime that channel uploads a video, it automatically goes into the app. Alright, I want to find other channels that do that. I know there are more out there, but I gotta find them and talk to the owners. So if you know someone who has a YouTube channel that does chainmail, you know, get me in touch with them. You're gonna switch to Twitch. Facebook is lagging again. Alright. I got it up over here. It doesn't look too bad. So hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to finish up some of the back end stuff, because the front end of the app is pretty much done, right? Like, I'm gonna finish the build out of chainmail artists who want to participate, and I think that's kind of an ongoing process of people who want to be listed in the app and companies that want to be listed there. Right? People come and go all the time, so it's just something I'll have to watch out for. So the front part is done. The back end part, where you can like submit a question or receive a notification, or the part where I have to control what is on the app, I got to finish up that stuff. So hopefully I'll be able to get to more of that tomorrow. But I was able to do some of it today, which I'm pretty happy about. And then my nephew came over and he stole my computer cable, my power cord to my computer. So I wasn't able to work for a little bit. But it's coming along, we're getting there. Alright. Alright, so you were worried about that with the POW flag? 80,000 rings is a lot of metal. Yeah. Do you know off the top of your head how much that weighs? Alright. I've got to go turn my dryer back on. I'll be right back. Alright. There we go. Sorry about that. My dryer doesn't like to dry. It's a gas dryer. It's 33.6 pounds. Holy crap, dude. That's heavier. That's heavier than some of the stainless shirts I've done. Oh, man. That is quite a lot of metal there. That's definitely one that I need to put in the inspiration gallery. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Just go through and find iconic chainmail pieces and put them in there. It's heavier than the steel hauberk you were? Yeah, I'll bet. I'll bet. Oh, buddy, that felt good. I know I got the links for a bunch of stuff hidden somewhere on my computer, but I gotta find them. And then go back through and talk to the owners and figure out what's what. Still working on a custom frame for it? I'll bet. Come on. Alright, how we looking here? You tell me. I think it's looking pretty good, to be quite honest. You know, this is... that's what we're basing it off of. Alright, it's coming along. We're getting there. If I want another, you're welcome to use a picture of the American flag in 2011. Awesome. Yeah. I will take a look at that as well. Alright, Courtney. Have a good night. Thank you. I'm glad you think it's awesome. It's coming along. We're getting there, right? Like, I think. So guys, now we're trying to figure out this nose. So that'll keep us busy for a little bit. I realized I have one more inlay that I need these bright aluminum rings for. So I'm hoping the face doesn't use up too many of them, because then I will have to order more. So I wasn't putting that together in my head when I started these projects back up again. So it's like you always think you have enough rings until you don't. And of course, who knows if I'll even get the same rings at this point. If you need BA rings, you know a guy? I might. I shouldn't. I have like half a coffee can left, and it's like the face isn't that big, right? So the face and the sabers, it'll take up a good chunk of it, but I think I'll have enough for both of these inlays. We'll see. We shall see. Is there such a thing as enough rings? Well, I think you can have enough of one ring size. It's going to be... You can't ever have enough variety of rings. So, I don't know. I obviously don't have enough rings for now, despite the fact that I've sworn off buying any unless necessary. Simply because there are a lot of new manufacturers out there that I have yet to get an opportunity to try. So definitely want to dip my toes into finding out what it's like to work with Josh Delberto's rings, or Whitney Maille's rings, or Chain Reaction's rings. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. The harder I work, the sooner we'll be done. And we can do cool stuff like that. Because I've had, I have enough of plenty of ring sizes around here that have been sitting for way too long. So, it's definitely a variety thing, I think. Definitely more Definitely want more stuff to play with. Definitely need some Chainmail Gecko titanium rings in my life. Yeah, I can hear this tablet just trying to power up over and over and over again. Oh. This is my kid's tablet. He's had it for quite some time. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get in there and get all his videos off there. Because he has another tablet. It's just... I was hoping to get his videos off, and now it's not charging at all, so... And just keeps like vibrating to indicate that it's starting to charge, and then it turns off again. Is that what the noise is? No, you probably, maybe. You probably can't hear it though. Now I'm concerned that there's a noise. What does the noise sound like? There is a dryer going on in the background, so that may be getting picked up. I gotta get my kid's blankets dry so he can go to bed here in a little bit. He tells me tonight, he says, I don't have school tomorrow, so I can stay up. I was like, really? You get to make those decisions for yourself? How fascinating. Yeah, no, buddy. You will go to bed when you're told to go to bed, just like normal. It sounded like a notification. Yeah, I mean, could have been. Definitely could have been. So, I'll be irritated if I can't get those videos off, because those are some of the funniest things I've ever seen. It's my kid just doing random stuff. We've got one of those like cell phone repair shops where they fix broken screens. I bet they'd know how to get in there and get it out. You decided to share with me what you're doing on MailleWerX? Yeah? Did you post it in the group there? MailleWerX's interesting. Takes a little bit of getting used to. But it is relatively functional, so. If they offered live streaming or a video service of some kind, I would definitely do more stuff over there. Alright. Let me look at this real quick. Oh. Alright, I mean to smack the camera around. I will take a look at it once I get back over there. It's probably something with the jack that's keeping it. Yeah, it is. It's something with the jack. I don't know what it is. It won't charge. So they can fix that. What is this? Oh. If they can just fix it, that would be better, because I wonder if I can, like, stick a screwdriver in there and straighten them out. I better not. I better take it to the professionals. Because if I screw with it, you know, and then take it to them, they'll be like, yeah, you're screwed. Alright. And of course my kid, you know, just goes to plug in his tablet and he just jams the cord into the tablet, and it's like, try to be gentle with your stuff, dude. That it was expensive, you know. He's getting it though. He did get a new Amazon Fire for Christmas. So if this tablet's, if it kicks the bucket, you know, it's fine. And he didn't like the Fire at first because it didn't have all his stuff on there, but he's starting to figure it out, so. That's not where I meant to put that ring. There we go. Like, I try to teach my kid to be grateful for the gifts he receives, but he straight up told me, he's like, I hate this new tablet. I was like, well, okay then. Guess I won't be getting you anything else ever. But he got over it. For a while, he was using both. He would watch YouTube videos on one tablet and play video games on his other one. So that's pretty clever for a 6-year-old. It's a little too much screen time for a 6-year-old. I try to be a good parent, but, you know, I'm not winning any awards over here. But he's alive, he's fed, he's clothed, he has a house. You know, he's not beaten often. But, yeah. He definitely gets probably too much screen time. Is that? Yeah. It's fine. This summer, we gotta get the shed cleaned up. We had a shed put in the backyard and moved all the stuff in the garage into the shed, and so the shed is a mess. But we'll get it cleaned up, and then he wants to. He saw Forged in Fire, and he knows I make chainmail, and so he wants to make knives with Daddy. So hopefully we can get that set up this summer. Heat up some metal and bang on it and see what happens. That'll be fun. Something I've wanted to do for years. Right? Oh man. Alright. I really gotta fix this edge here, but I'll worry about it later. I think that, yeah, probably one more row there for this nose. Finish off the row on the bottom here, and yeah, probably finish this next row, and then we will add the nares to the nose, or start that process at least. And then we'll worry about the sides of the helmet. Or if I have time tomorrow, I might clean it up a little bit. Your son is the same, got a coal forge for your birthday, he's wanting to come out and bang on some metal with you. Nice. You got to clean up the workshop some before you can fire it up. Got to remove all the flammable material. I'm gonna like put on kind of a lean-to type thing next to my shed and cart out the anvil and anvil stand and forge and go from there, right? And then whenever we're done, we'll clean up and put everything back inside the shed. I can't do it in the garage because the garage now has a sealed floor, and I don't, you know, that was expensive, so I don't want to put sparks over the newly sealed floor, you know what I mean? So we got to figure out a way to do it in the backyard. If I'm ever in Southwest Michigan, I can stop by and see your forge. Sweet. From what I understand, Southwest Michigan is not that far from me. We'll see. I don't do much travel, but... well, except for work. Work's got me driving all over the county lately. I just hope, like, we had a bunch of admissions last week, and that took up a ton of time. So I'm hoping this next week that will have calmed down. Because that was ridiculous. Like, I appreciate the overtime, but it's like unexpectedly having to work late every day. You know? Like, I'm sure you all seen Office Space where his boss Lumberg comes in and it's like, yeah, if you could just stay 6 more hours, that would be great. Yeah, it's like that. You're about 2 hours from Chicago, so you're close. Your forge is on wheels, so you can roll it out into the driveway. You can't get to the wall with all the tools on it because there's a bunch of boxes and stuff in the way right now. Yup. I get it. My shed is a disaster, so we basically, like, we had the shed installed one day and we took everything in the garage and threw it in the shed because the people that were coming to seal the garage were coming the next day, so. And then it was November when that happened, and I wasn't going to go back outside and clean it up. So it's just, I'll get to it eventually. All right. It's like, I'd like to do it in my garage, but I don't want to burn the house down, and that option was taken away, so It is what it is now. The only thing I could do now would be like to put a shop in the backyard. But when we were looking for sheds, right, that option was not available to us at that time. I wanted to put up one of those Versatube buildings, and they're like 12 grand. Hey Bobby, how you doing? I was like, yeah, I just don't have 12 grand right now to put up the building I want in the backyard, so I'll have to settle for this 10 by 12 foot shed. Maybe if I win the lottery, I'll sell the shed to someone else, and, well, I mean, if I win the lottery, I could probably give the shed away. And put a big shop back there. With electricity. Buy a tiny home if you can. If I ever move again. I have a ridiculously large house, which we got for a really good deal, so. Like, I don't want to move. I got all my stuff set up. We're finally, like, after being here for 5 years, it's, you know, it looks and feels like home inside. I'm not nearly as big a fan of Kenosha. What, kiddo? I hear a little voice. So, yeah, someone in Michigan won that big, was $1 billion. How'd you like that? Win $1 billion overnight? It's like I don't play very often, but when the pots get that big, you know, it's like, yeah. We'll see what happens. What's up, buddy?
Can you go to sleep with me?
Huh? No, I'm not going to bed right now. Do you need to go to bed? Is it time for you to go to bed?
It's past 10 o'clock.
It's past 10 o'clock? Alright. I will be upstairs in just a couple minutes, okay?
Okay.
Alright. Alright, let me finish this row up and we'll take a good look at it. We'll take a gander. A little shorter than I wanted to go tonight, but good progress being made, I think. Like, it looks like a face, and it's proportional, and there is the elements of the piece are in the right place. So, we will, looks like he has a nose ring. Alright, our Raiders flag with the nose ring in it. Okay. Definitely got a fix over here. But I think that face is coming along. So I'm pretty happy with it. Oh. It's like I just got these rings out to do some more work, but apparently I'm not going to get through them all. Alright, guys. Well, thank you very much for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Alright. This is going to be a long project, so we might take a break from it. I know we've done a bunch of streams in a row so far, but it's going to be a while before this is done, so we might work on something else for a little bit, but we'll see. I don't want to burn out on this project again. You know, that's a real thing too. It's looking great. Yeah, thank you. It's coming along. It's definitely better than where we were at with it 2 days ago. All right. Yeah, everyone have a great evening. Have a wonderful weekend. I will see you guys tomorrow night, or at the latest, Monday. All right. And I will see you guys on the interwebs. Until then. Okay, so thank you very much for hanging out. You guys have a wonderful night, and I will talk to you all later.